Hey fan, did you see what happened with Kyle Hamilton? A sad piece of news that, honestly, no one expected. Our defender was fined by the NFL after a mistake on the field. And seriously, he didn't deserve this. Hamilton has been one of the pillars of our defense. And despite being an elite player, he had a moment of loss of control in the game against the Steelers, which led to a penalty. Now, in addition to the fine, he carries this stain in a season where he's been absolutely shining. Stay with me until the end of the video, because I'm going to tell you everything about this situation and the impact it has on our team season. You won't want to miss this analysis. Go Ravens! Kyle Hamilton, one of the major standouts of the Ravens defense, ended up having a controversial moment in the game against the Steelers that led to consequences. It all happened in the second quarter when Najee Harris attempted a daring play and tried to leap over Hamilton on a short pass. The safety made a perfect tackle, stopping Harris in his tracks, but right after that, he let his emotions get the best of him and taunted the opponent. This didn't go unnoticed by the referees, who immediately imposed a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. Days later, the situation got even worse, with the NFL fining Hamilton $11,255 for taunting. These games against the Steelers are always intense, and it's common for the rivalry to fuel heightened emotions. However, the league doesn't tolerate actions that cross the line, especially in games already full of tension. Hamilton is young and extremely competitive, but this incident serves as a lesson to stay focused on the game, even in high-pressure moments. Although this incident isn't what fans would like to see, it doesn't overshadow Hamilton's importance to the team. The player is one of the pillars of the defense, and continues to prove this with consistent performances. The fierce rivalry against the Steelers shows just how intense these matchups are, and Hamilton wasn't the only one to feel that pressure. Minka Fitzpatrick from the Steelers was also fined, but for a completely different reason. In addition to Kyle Hamilton, the Ravens versus Steelers rivalry also brought financial consequences for Minka Fitzpatrick. The Steelers safety was fined $11,255 for a late hit on Patrick Mack, a Ravens offensive lineman. The play occurred near the end of the second quarter, right after the Steelers recovered a fumble from Isaiah Likely. In the ensuing chaos, Fitzpatrick hit Meckery after the play had ended, resulting in offsetting penalties for both sides. Fitzpatrick's actions had significant impact, especially considering his experience and responsibility on the Steelers' defense. While the game against the Ravens is always charged with rivalry, the type of foul committed is something the NFL tries to avoid at all costs, especially in such a heated game. Like Hamilton, Fitzpatrick now faces criticism for losing control at a key moment, damaging the disciplined image a defensive leader should have. These fines don't just affect the players' wallets. They also reinforce how the tense atmosphere of these games can disrupt a team's focus. The NFL imposes these punishments to send a clear message that unsportsmanlike conduct won't be tolerated, even in games with such intense histories. For high-level players like Hamilton and Fitzpatrick, learning to control emotions on the field is crucial for maintaining consistency and the trust of their teams. And you, fan, do you think these types of fines actually help reduce unsportsmanlike conduct in the NFL? Drop a comment with your opinion on whether you agree with the league's decision to punish these behaviors, or if you think it interferes with the... Let's discuss this in the comments. Now, the question is how Hamilton will bounce back from this episode, especially with such an important game against the Chargers coming up. Even with the fine and the slip-up in the game against the Steelers, Kyle Hamilton remains one of the Ravens' biggest defensive standouts. In just his third season in the league, the young safety has already established himself as a reference at his position. Last season, he earned his first All-Pro selection, and this year, he's not just repeating his performance, but exceeding expectations. With 81 tackles so far, along with defended passes, forced fumbles, and recoveries, Hamilton proves that he's essential in every part of the defense. In the Steelers game, Hamilton was challenged to play differently, taking on more of a high safety role. Even out of his usual position, he showed versatility and intelligence by commanding the defensive backfield. Despite the loss, it was one of the best defensive performances from the team, and Hamilton played a huge role in it. His ability to adapt to the team's needs in critical situations not only shows his talent, but also his maturity as a player. With a major matchup against the Chargers coming up, Hamilton has the chance to reaffirm his value. The Chargers' offense, led by Justin Herbert, is known for its speed and creativity, and containing it will be a big challenge. The Ravens' defense will need Hamilton at his best, both to lead the team and to shut down the big plays the Chargers usually generate. It's this mentality of overcoming obstacles that Hamilton has spoken about, making it clear that the goal is to keep improving with each game. Well, we've passed the halfway point in our video, but I noticed you haven't liked the video yet. This is really important for YouTube to keep recommending my content to you, so I'll keep bringing you the latest news. Go ahead and like the video, it's free, okay? Thanks. Let's continue. After the game against the Steelers, Kyle Hamilton highlighted something that speaks volumes about the competitive spirit of the Ravens defense, the constant pursuit of improvement. He mentioned that, even after good performances, the group can't get complacent and needs to learn from its mistakes to be even better in future challenges. This mentality is crucial when facing high-level teams like the Chargers, especially in key moments of the season. The Ravens defense has shown consistency so far, being one of the most reliable units in the league. However, the matchup against the Chargers' explosive offense demands full attention. Justin Herbert is known for exploiting any defensive weaknesses, and the talented receivers of the California team make the task even harder. This will be an opportunity for the defense to prove that it can stand out against any opponent, with Hamilton leading the secondary. This total focus approach also reflects the trust the players have in each other. Hamilton has already shown he's an emerging leader, but he knows that defensive success depends on collective effort. The game against the Chargers isn't just a chance to bounce back from the previous loss, but also to reaffirm that the team is on the right path. The impact of these performances will be crucial to keeping the team on track, especially with the playoffs drawing closer. With such an important game ahead, the Ravens' focus is fully on facing the Chargers. The game is key to maintaining the division lead and strengthening the team's position towards the playoffs. It's also a great chance for the team to show that it's learned from past mistakes and can continue growing, even in the face of adversity. The Chargers have one of the most unpredictable offenses in the NFL, led by Justin Herbert, who can create explosive plays even under pressure. For the Ravens, the key will be finding a balance between aggressive defense and discipline. With Hamilton commanding the secondary and the rest of the defense adjusting to contain the passing game, there are high hopes that the team will be able to handle one of the best quarterbacks. However, the performance against the Chargers isn't just up to the defense. The offense needs to step up as well, capitalizing on opportunities and keeping the pace on the scoreboard. This will be a true test for the Ravens, but if they come out victorious, the team gains much more than a win in the standings. They gain confidence to tackle the rest of the season with full force. That fine imposed on Kyle Hamilton really caught everyone by surprise. He's one of the best players on the Ravens defense and has been standing out a lot this season, so seeing him penalized for something like taunting doesn't seem fair. Even though the moment was impulsive, the NFL made its decision, but that doesn't take away from what Hamilton has been doing on the field. He's still a key piece for the team's success, and I hope he learns from this mistake and continues to grow as the leader of our team. And you, fan, do you think this fine was fair, or did the NFL go too far? Drop a comment with what you think, because we want to know your opinion about this situation. Let's discuss it together. Thanks for sticking with the video until the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on our team. See you next time, fan.